All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Luna Fires episode 128. Hey, from our head, I was going to say from our headquarter offices, right? But from my house to wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here. And today I'm going to be talking about, six life hacks on how is it that you are able to win. Okay, so we're going to be talking about those life hacks, six life hacks. And as I'm sharing them with you, leave me a message down below on what is it that you take, okay, and how is it that you're going to put it into, application mode. So Instagram, welcome everybody. Welcome YouTube, welcome Facebook as well. So let's get started. Let's get to the point and let's get moving forward. So six life hacks to win. Okay. So number one is surround yourself with those people that are winning already. Surround yourself with people that are winning. Why? Because you want to observe, you want to learn, and you want to apply on whatever is it that they're doing. Obviously, it has to be in the area that you identify your most. For instance, if you're in real estate like I am, then make sure that you surround yourself with people that are winning in the real estate field. And that way you can observe, you can learn, and then you can put it into action mode. Number two, okay, life hack number two, it's find the victory behind every defeat. You know that on every temporary defeat, there is the same amount of a seed of success in every temporary defeat. And the reason why I know this is because when I went bankrupt in 2010 and I lost my shirt off, cars, houses, money, etc., everything, literally I was able to, negotiate with, the federal government and be able to, buy certain real estate back. And it was interesting to see the fact that, in every defeat, there is the same the equivalent or bigger victory if you're really paying attention to it. And I'm serious on every defeat. The reality is that we're not trained to look for it. We're not focused into finding it. And therefore, what you're not paying attention, you don't see. What you don't believe, you don't see. And therefore, if you don't see, the reality is you will only see what you believe. Do you agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. What is it that you take? Number three, life hack number three, analyze your habits versus the habits of those that are winning. Analyze your habits versus the habits of those that are winning. Compare them and understand that if you have a habit that you should be eliminating, this is the time to do so. Not when the next year comes, not when the next week comes, not when Mondays, it comes, but it's today, all right? Which is important. So that was life hack number three. Life hack number four, ladies and gentlemen. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just put it to work. Just put it to basically do its circles. When I think about Ray Kroc, he didn't invent McDonald's, and yet look what he did. He put it to work. He basically said, hey, I can see exactly what needs to be done, but, he wasn't inventing the wheel, all right? Interesting. Or you can think of, for instance, Bill Gates didn't invent the software. What he did was basically bought a software and then he went out and sold it, right? Now, it's like they didn't reinvent the wheel. They just grabbed the wheel and decided, let me just push it and put it obviously to work, okay? Because it's already, someone already basically, banged their head into the wall to reinvent the wheel. And many people I see, especially in my industry, on the real estate industry, I see them over and over trying to reinvent things around when, the reality is that there's few things that that you should be doing that are going to give you the most and the biggest and greatest result, okay? Number five, life hack number five, okay? For every bad thought, for every negative thought that crosses your mind, make sure that you are being grateful for something. So every time a bad or negative thought hits into your mind, then immediately activate your mindset of gratitude, okay? Why? Because one thing I do know for sure, being grateful is going to open so many different doors, and the attitude is completely different. And that person that is grateful, I can tell you straight flat out, the greater opportunities actually come their way. Do you agree or disagree with that? Leave me a message down below. Okay. That was the way that I managed on how to, shift from a bad habit of bringing negative thoughts into immediately thinking, into something that I can be grateful for. All right. Anyways, Life hack number 6, pay for access or earn the access. Pay for access or earn the access to the people that are already winning. And let me give you an example. You may or may not know Mr. Franco, but Mr. Franco is a young kid who actually went to one of my meetups in San Mateo. And he would go very regularly. Didn't know who he was. He knew obviously who I was. And it was interesting to see that I actually made, certain paid events, and he attended to the paid events. And, I started noticing him a little bit more, but nothing to the degree of, knowing who he was. And it wasn't until, someone in social media actually posted and asking, hey, who do you know that it's a reliable real estate investor who buys properties in the Modesto area? He immediately tagged me, didn't know who he was, but he tagged me. Someone called me. We ended up buying that property. I remember asking for who Mr. Franco was. Somebody obviously mentioned to me and presented it to me in the event. And I gave him a gift card and I told him, thank you so much. And then he did it the second time. And then he did it the third time. And I'll tell you this much, by the second time, I knew who he was. I knew that, it was a person that wanted to have access in my life, in my, ecosystem, but yet he was doing things to differentiate himself very different than what the common typical person is. And he was interesting because keep in mind, you either pay for access or earn the access or do both for acceleration mode. And, the reason why I'm sharing this is because it's a life hack. His life it will never be the same. He was in the construction industry. Today, 2020 has been his best year ever, but there's a reason for it. There's a reason why. And the reason why I know is because his hunger, his ability to differentiate himself by, paying for the access and earning the access, that today things are not, the same for him forever. Now, how powerful that is. 6 hacks, 6 life hacks on how to, win, and you just got to pay attention to them. Now, let me know if you're going to put them into practice, because many people that understand this is exactly what I've done in the past and what I continue to do in the present. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason why they're life hacks, so that you can win faster. Now, if you want fast, you got to be willing to put the effort. Congratulations for being here with me today. I'll send you a virtual hub from wherever you are. And if you want to continue to learn about real estate investing and personal, emotional, intelligent development, go to raulunacademy.com. Search around. There's some free, obviously, free lessons that I can give you there. And at the same time, you will be able to search others as well. Okay. So thank you. And always remember that there's always a better way. There's always more. And at the end is truly, your truly responsibility to make it happen. Thank you so much.